Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone. My name is Richard Folter. I'm the director of WEBA, and today we are here with IMI Luzern in Switzerland. The weather is fantastic over here in Switzerland. We are in autumn and everything is working very good at IMI. I visited the school 2 weeks ago. And this year, I think it was already 4 or 5 times that I visited school. I can see Julian is with us here today. Hello, Julian. How are you?
Good morning, good afternoon. Great. Thank you, Richard, for organizing this and welcome everyone.
Fantastic, fantastic. I just know that you had a big tour around the world. You went all the way to Indonesia. You come back. So you had a long trip with IMI to visit different agents from around the world, correct?
Exactly. We work with 140 nationalities around the world and we have students currently on campus of 35 countries.
Wow, wow. So IMI Lucerne is since over 30 years in this industry, correct?
Next year we celebrate 35 years, Richard, and I will not miss to invite you for the
Fantastic,
celebration.
fantastic. I'm looking forward because every time I'm coming to IMI Lucerne, I get a great lunch. So it will be nice to be there as well next year. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we will explain you a little bit the great advantage to work with IMI Lucerne in Switzerland. And the advantage for you as an agent and especially for your students because at IMI Lucerne, the possibility is to do an hospitality program, business program with pay internship in Switzerland or as well in the US. And when I visit the school, I make some nice photo with students from Pakistan, students from India, from Africa, from Asia in general, from Vietnam, Thailand, and so on and so on. So it always very, very nice. I know that in the last year you had over 13 students from Pakistan as well. It's a new country who now come to Switzerland. So the visa rate is very high for Pakistani students and as well for the rest of the world, logically. And you have as well as, I think, students from Turkey, if I'm correct, and from Vietnam. Maybe can you explain me a little bit about the nationality of the students, where they're coming from? I know Indonesia, I know Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, China, and Saudi Arabia, from
Yeah.
Europe, Turkey, I presume. What other country you have students that are coming?
So obviously we have students from Switzerland.
Ah.
And we have as well students from LATAM region, and we have students. Most of our students are coming from Southeast Asia, and our highest population are coming from Malaysia, Indonesia, and we have, as you mentioned, students from Pakistan. We have students as well from India and Bangladesh, and we currently have registered some students as well from Nepal.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. By the way, I just put on the chat system a form that you can fill out if you are interested to work with IMI Lucerne while we're having the workshop. So I will just share this one more time and this link here so that you can include a little bit details about your organization. So IMI Lucerne know a little bit more about you. They know more about your interest. Logically, you don't need to fill out this form now, but if you wish, you can do it. And with all the form that we will receive, we will follow up immediately today, tomorrow, and we may make sure that you will receive the agreement so that you can start immediately to work with IMI and recruit students for the next intake. When is the next intake, by the way, Julian? February?
The next intake for the next year is February, but we still some places for November intake, which will start on 9th of November.
Okay, okay. And what happened if the visa is late? Because I know now with Switzerland, visa is quite fast. Students from India, they get a visa in about 3, 4 weeks maximum. And just I take India as an example. I can take other country logically. But what happened if a student will come late if they apply for November? And to understand very correct, November is only for the certificate and for the bachelor, and for the master is in February. Is this correct?
Exactly. For the master, it's February, and for the bachelor and certificate level is November. What it will happen, Richard, is that those students will be supported even if they start 1 or 2 weeks later. So by that, I mean they have faculty members that will do a recap and a review session with them, so they can be fastly integrated in those courses and follow up with their comrades.
Okay. And what happened in February? I mean, in February you have only bachelor, you have only master, or as well bachelor. Just that I know this is very important to explain this to the agents.
In February, we have the foundation courses, we have as well the bachelor programs, and we have the master program. So all of our programs will run starting from February.
Okay, okay, okay. Good to know. Fantastic. I think we are quite ready to start. We welcome 35 agents from around the world. Thank you, everyone, to join us today. I hope you're all healthy and ready for this workshop. I will not take you too long time of you. One more time, I just put a link on the chat system, and it will be great if you're interested to cooperate with IMI Lucerne and to receive the agreement immediately, to fill out this form so that we know a little bit more about your organization and we know a little bit more the number of students that you eventually can send to IMI Lucerne. Now, I want to start before to share the presentation, two questions that I have to you, Julian. You know, we are all business people here, and there are two things very important in this business. One is obvious, why they should study at IMI Lucerne. Maybe you can explain a little bit straightforward the two advantages to study at IMI Lucerne, which can be pay internship.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
One of the advantages, the return on investment on the education that they pay. Our programs are designed in a way that the students will have 6 months on campus and 6 months paid internship. On the paid internship, students will be placed in Switzerland, and in Switzerland we have a minimum salary of 2,385 Swiss francs, which is around $3,000. So that's a high return on investment on what they pay actually for the previous 6 months on their studies. The second advantage is that Switzerland is a country that innovate all the time, that offer the possibility to different students to stay and work in Switzerland after their studies. And of course, this is through the internships that they will do and through the achievements that they will have. Switzerland is a safe place, and our campus is 15 minutes away from the city center by bus, which is in a very safe and picturesque area of Canton of Lucerne.
One additional point is as well, when students finish the master, they will be able to do a 1 year internship directly in Switzerland or even in the US. Maybe can you explain this small part even in the US?
Exactly. With you, those students who will join for the master degree, they will have 6 months on campus followed by an 1 year internship. During that internship, they have the possibility to do it here in Switzerland or go directly to US. The visa process is very simple because between Switzerland and US we have special agreements, and the students are directly integrated in the visa process, and they can apply through Switzerland to go to US and do a 1 year internship there. We currently have one example of one student from Pakistani who obtained his visa, and he will start his internship in November this year.
So, but obvious, this is just one example. We have many more students. I mean,
Exactly. Is the most current one.
yeah, but all the students will be able to do the internship, correct? All during the bachelor, they need to do it. It's not that they cannot do it. And how it is, it will in Switzerland, will IMI assist a student to do the pay internship, or how it works this for the bachelor and the master? Maybe if you can just explain this part here.
Exactly. So we have partners here in Switzerland, and they come every week or every other week on our campus. Students can apply directly on campus and leave their CVs, do the interview, and then in the next days they will know if they accepted or not. 1 month ago, we had a company from US that traveled specially for us to recruit students on our campus. And students are already applied, and some of them were selected for this internship for the next year.
The first question start to coming inside, Julian. You know how it works, our workshop. We are very interactive. We are getting a request from Nigeria. If we get students from Africa, maybe this is your role. Maybe you can answer here the point about African students, where they
Yeah.
come from,
We have
etc.
students from Africa, we have students from Liberia, we have students from Mozambique, we have students from Uganda, from Kenya. And this morning I was in contact with a partner in Kenya, and he mentioned that three more students from Kenya are interested to join IMI Switzerland. They are very interested in hospitality programs, in culinary programs, and in the business programs that we offer here in Switzerland on the IMI campus.
Do you have students from Nigeria?
Previously, we had students from Nigeria, so currently they already graduated. Currently, we do not have students on campus from Nigeria, but we are more than happy to welcome those students if they're interested in our programs.
Fantastic, fantastic. So now we start with the presentation. What is very important to say to everyone that IMI is on the top 1% in the QS world ranking. And maybe you can explain this part as well, Julian.
QS ranking is very important because they evaluate every institution around the world. QS ranking is an official ranking and offer the possibility to understand where an institution is placed. Being in top 1% in the world, we are very proud because that means that our programs and our courses are recognized in the world, and students they can follow as well different paths later in other institutions if they want to continue with a master, with a PhD, or other curriculum.
Another question come inside. Do you have students from Bangladesh, or did you have students from Bangladesh?
I have an excellent student from Bangladesh. Currently, she's doing an internship in Geneva, in Hilton. An excellent student. And actually, for Bangladesh, I receive a lot of questions as well. Is it very hard to get a visa? No, it's not very hard if you fulfill all the criteria.
Fantastic, fantastic. Then we have already Sarah Akinola from Nigeria, which I want to say hello to her. And she just mentioned, I need a link for admission. I have one student ready for February 2026. So ladies and gentlemen, the next intake is in November, but as well in February. In November is only bachelor and certificate, and in February is certificate, bachelor, and master. So very, very important. After the workshop, we will do a follow-up email with all of you, and you will receive all the details and as well a copy of the contract. And after the contract is signed, you will receive as well the link to apply the students. This is very, very important for you to understand. Now, what about gap years? This is one of the many questions we always get insight from different agents. What about gap years for undergraduate and postgraduate admission, Julian? Can you maybe give me some more information about this?
Of course, the gap year means there are two different gap years. The gap year between the high school and the beginning of the undergraduate studies, which is wonderful because students they travel, they do other activities, and then they decide on their education. For us, it's part of the admission process. That means that students they have to send all the documents related to their past education, and then we evaluate. If students they are doing a gap year during their undergraduate program, it will be taking in consideration the number of credits that they did in the past and the number of credits that can be the equivalent of a year that they can join here at IMI Switzerland. We had the cases in the past, and this is through the academics dean's evaluation.
Fantastic. So for the agents who are interested to receive the application form for the students, very important. First, you need to sign up the agreement with IMI Luzern. And I invite everyone that is possible to read the follow-up email that I will share with all of you so that you can look inside this. And then after you need to fill out the agreement, and as soon as the agreement is completed, we will send you the link to apply your students. Very important. In Switzerland, we have a role, we have a law as well that we need to follow. So very important. Sign up the agreement, and after that, you will be able to start to apply your students. So what is the great advantage in the admission process and how it works, the admission process? This is very, very important. Can you please explain a little bit the English level for entering the foundation, the English level for the bachelor, and the English level for the master?
So for the foundation, we have the level of IELTS or equivalent of 4.5. For the bachelor is 5, and for the master degree is 6. This is the IELTS level. We take as well and we accept students with the equivalent of this level of education. That means PTA, TOEFL, Pearson, and other different tests that are currently on the market.
Fantastic. This is very important. What about country like Nigeria, where the main language is English? Can they present a medium of instruction?
Yes, medium of instruction, and I believe as well this medium of instruction exists as well in Nepal.
Yes.
And yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you to explain me this part. And now, in refer of the intake, I was speaking about November, February, but there is as well intake in May and in August. And it's always very important because I will share a copy of the PowerPoint presentation that you go through the PowerPoint presentation where you will find all the information and all the details. So in refer of the pay internship for all the agents that just join us now, I want to inform you one more time that the program is divided in two parts. The first part is the academic, which is last 22 weeks every year during the bachelor program. And after the 22 weeks will be the pay internship. Can you maybe explain one more time the pay internship, and can you maybe share some hotels the students are going to do the internship? Thank you, Julian.
Yes. So first of all, we support those students who are looking for an internship. By that, we have career days. Companies are coming on campus. They present their different offers to our students. Students will choose, and they will pick the internships that are the suitable for their future careers. Then, during the internship here in Switzerland, students they receive a monthly salary, which is a minimum and imposed by the Swiss law of 2,385 Swiss francs, around $3,000. The companies that we work with are big companies in the hospitality industry and tourism industry like Hyatt, St. Regis, Hilton, Marriott, but as well we have link with other business companies that are here located in Switzerland. As well for those students who are interested to study culinary arts programs and they want to pursue a career in restaurants, we have great alumni that open their own restaurants in Zurich, in Lucerne, and in other places in Switzerland, and they know the quality of our students. So they come and they recruit our students for the different jobs and internship offers in their restaurants.
Fantastic. We are getting more and more questions inside. What is the English test requirement for Bangladeshi students, Julian?
From one country to another, I'm not really aware about the specification, but again, we accept IELTS, we accept TOEFL, we accept PTA, we accept Pearson, we accept MOI. All of these are accepted and currently will be actually presented in the presentation that Richard is doing today with you and that you will receive later on your email.
MOI is accepted for Pakistani students?
Yes.
Okay. Do you accept ESOL, ESOL?
Wow, that's a new one.
No, in the UK they already accepted, just for your information.
If in UK is accepted, that means that we accept as well. Just coming back, our programs are validated by Manchester Metropolitan University. That means we need to fulfill the requirements from the UK regulations plus some specific requirements that we impose as well.
Yes, and one more question that we got inside today. If a student want to do a master in a hospitality program, what kind of bachelor they need to done before? This is one very interesting question.
A master in hospitality business. A student can be accepted from the business background, with a hospitality background, with culinary arts background. Those students should fulfill 3 years of bachelor or 4 years, depending on the country, and then, of course, they can enter the master degree in hospitality international business management.
Fantastic. At the moment, we welcome 41 agents and more questions. I will just share for a second the website of IMI, and you can see here all the hotels, the students from IMI are going to do the paid internship during the bachelor and the master program over here in Switzerland or in the US. Very important, or in the US, because now students who will do the master program here at IMI, they will be able to do the internship directly in the United States when they finish. And they can apply for the visa directly here in Switzerland, in Bern, which is the capital of Switzerland. And we have already experience with Pakistani students, with Indian students, with other students who study at IMI and do the placement in the US, in the state of Montana. Just to give you an idea, we have as well several videos that we will share with you, that so you can have a look about the video. You can share the video with your own students. This is very, very important. Then I wanted to add one additional point. If some of you have a group of students that you want to organize a customized workshop with Julian or with me and introduce them IMI Luzern, we are more than happy to help you. Obvious, should be at least 10, 50, 20 students, so that we can give a presentation to them and we can explain everything in details, so that we will support you, because the aim of IMI is to support the agents as well in customized workshop. Now, I want to go on the website. If you click on program, the website is imiluzern.com. I will just copy this and put this on the chat system so you can open this from your computer. Now, I just want to go to the program. As you can see, we have bachelor degree in hospitality, bachelor degree in business, in culinary, and then we have graduate diploma in hospitality and graduate in culinary arts and master in hospitality management. Obviously, we have as well summer program and winter program at IMI. This is just to give you this information about the program offering by IMI. So as well, if a student is doing business, they will do an internship in business. In which category, in which company they will do the internship, Julian?
We have students who did their internships in the past in some pharma companies, in some banks, like UBS, and as well some startups.
So this is very, very important. We try to reply to you as fast as possible during your questions. So be please patient, and I will move on a little bit now with the presentation. And let me go to this step, which is very, very important. As I mentioned, the different bachelor offering. The certificate is another program which can be very, very interesting for some students in a younger age who want to decide to enter in the tourism management. And this is a foundation program. It's a foundation program, quite easy for everyone. And this will help the students to decide if they want to do the bachelor program in culinary, in business management, or in the hospitality business management. So they can start to book for the foundation, and then when they are here in Switzerland, they can move on and book for the bachelor or the bachelor program. Yes, this is in refer of the certificate. In refer of the master, as I mentioned before, the great part is to do the program, and then after, when it's finished, they can do a 1-year internship over here in Switzerland. So with 1 year paid internship, they can quite pay out the tuition fee of the school. Very important, at IMI Luzern, they have a very great campus where students stay in the campus. So they have the room in the campus, they have breakfast, lunch, dinner in the campus. So everyone is inside in the campus. How many students you have more or less per year, Julian, usually?
Usually we have around 200 students.
And they all stay on campus, I presume.
They all stay on campus because we offer them accommodation, and of course we offer them the possibility to have meals on campus 3 times per day.
Now I will go down with the tuition fee for everyone to have a look. So for the foundation program is 60,500 plus 3,300 Swiss franc. We're talking about Swiss franc, which is a total of 90,800. For the foundation, there is a 2,000 Swiss franc scholarship for your information. How it works, everything. So you do the application process. After the company IMI, the administration team from IMI will check the application, they will send you the confirmation. Your students will need to pay 3,300 registration fee. Then after we'll start the second part for the visa process, and before your students will go to the interview at the Swiss embassy, they will need to pay 50% of the rest of the amount, and the remaining amount of the 50% will need to be paid before arrival in Switzerland. Is this correct, Julian, or is there any change on this part?
No, no change. We offer the possibility to the students to have 2 installments.
Okay, fantastic. Then we move on with the Bachelor program. The Bachelor program, year one, is 25,000 Swiss franc, and the registration fee is 3,300. Now for November and February, there is a scholarship up to 6,000 Swiss franc. This is very important for you to know. So instead of 25,000 will be 90,000 Swiss franc. The same story here. After your student is confirmed, your student needs to pay 3,300 registration fee, and before to go to the interview with the Swiss embassy, they need to pay 50% of the difference. The visa result, how is the visa result lately, Julian, the last 2 years for students coming from the Middle East, from Asia, from India, from Pakistan? How is the successful rate on the visa process lately? Because I know that you have 30 students from Pakistan, you have a very good number of students from India, from the Middle East, from Africa, from Asia, Vietnam, Thailand, even from Turkey. Maybe if you can explain a little bit the visa rate at the moment.
So I don't follow the visa rate. I'm very sorry, but it's more than 90% because the visa rate, we will help those students. We have someone that is dedicated here at IMI Switzerland to offer the possibility to the students to have the full support on their visa application. And by that, I mean when the students will apply to get their visa to come here to study, we will as well support locally with letters and mails directly to local authorities.
Fantastic. And I get over 22 questions now on the chat system, Julian, over 22. If you maybe can reply to them in the meantime, I will move on with the presentation. So now we are here with the Bachelor. As you can see, we have the Bachelor in Hospitality, in Business Management, and in Culinary Management. Everything will be shared with you logically, so you have all the details with you. Then we move on with the postgraduate program. So there is the standard graduate diploma in international hospitality management, which the tuition fee is 23,000, and we have as well here a scholarship of how much is the scholarship for the postgraduate program? 6,000, is this correct?
For the postgraduate program for the master degree, the scholarship is around 8,000 Swiss francs.
8,000 Swiss franc. Okay, so you just deduct 8,000 Swiss franc for the amount that you see here. Same story, registration fee, 50% before interview at the Swiss embassy. Now, in respect of the accommodation fee is very, very low. As you can see, your students can choose by twin room, single room, private toilet. This is up to the students, but 100% of the students usually they take the accommodation inside in the campus. They don't need, obvious, but because the fee in Switzerland is very expensive, so for 22 weeks, to give you an idea, in Switzerland you can even pay over 12,000 Swiss francs. So this fee is impossible to get in Lucerne. And then they have the meal fees, which is Usually students will take breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is the fee. Every student can decide if they want to have a full board or only lunch and dinner only, or a single meal. Obvious for the student is much better to have a full board. Now, let's move on with the calculation that Julian prepared for all of you to make a clear understanding about the fees involved and the net fee and the salary they will get. So these are some examples that you should show to your students and that you should learn about this. Maybe if you can, Julian can give a short explanation about this.
Exactly. So there is an investment, an initial investment where students they have to be supported in order to come to Switzerland and pay for their first 6 months of education. The fees include the 1 year of education because the first year is 6 months on campus and 6 months of internship. But after 6 months on campus, students will leave on that internship and they will receive total amount of 14,310 Swiss francs. For those students who are placed in internship in the hospitality and tourism industry, it is important to mention that some hotels and some companies they offer as well accommodation and meals. So there is a very high return on investment on what they pay starting from the very first year, and this is what I wanted to mention in this slide.
Fantastic. I will re-include one more time the link that you can fill out. So if you fill out this form, we can have more details about your organization and we will be able to send you straight away the contract. So if someone wants to have an agreement with IMI Luzern, I invite you to fill out this form. So you will receive the agreement straight away today, latest by tomorrow, so that you can start immediately to register students for IMI Luzern. But the PowerPoint presentation here explains everything in details, and I invite everyone to really go through the PowerPoint presentation, which a very interesting calculation is as well this for the master, Julian. This for the master is very interesting. So to understand, you have a scholarship for the master of even 8,000 Swiss franc, calculating that you have an internship salary for 12 months of 28,620. This is very, very interesting to understand that at the end of the day, your students pay a very low fee because they have the paid internship. One very important point as well is that internship for students who do a master can be done in Switzerland, or they can opt for the US as well, because this is another great opportunity for all students. We have students who did this, they came to Switzerland, they do the master program, and then after they went to the US to do the paid internship. And this is unique. We have as well video, we interview some of the students, and we will share this video with you so you can have a look about these students. We have a lot of YouTube video that you can share with your students from every part of the corner of the world, from Russia, from India, from the Middle East, from Latin America, from Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, India, whatever, Europe as well. Do we have students from Europe, from Turkey, Julian, or from
Yes.
Hungary?
Yes, and we have a great alumni from Turkey as well, who is currently, I think, the general manager of Kempinski in Istanbul.
Wow. Wow. So this is the step that your students need to do. Application submission, required document, everything is written in details here, academic evaluation made by IMI. Then it will be a provisional letter of acceptance provided by IMI, registration fee that need to pay by your students 3,300, and then official letter of acceptance need to be paid 50% deposit before the interview at the Swiss embassy, and the final payment before arrival. So this is very, very important that your students will follow this and you will explain this to your students. You will find here as well what we require, the CV. We required as well a letter of intent, or we call this motivation letter over here in Switzerland. So about 300 to 500 words. we have as well a page where you need to fill out when you do the application. So you cannot just send a document via email, but there is a link. Maybe Julian, can you explain this part as well? This is very important. How do they have to apply, the students?
So we have an application form that is on a website, but as well, once we train more in detail the agents and our colleagues around the world, then they will have a personal contact where they can actually contact the regional manager or the sales manager and send those documents to directly to IMI Switzerland.
Yeah. As you can see on the website from IMI Lucerne, there is an application form, a pre-application form that you can use as well if you wish to start immediately. And I will share a copy of this directly. So very important, follow the instruction that we provide to you, that I might provide to you. This will help you a lot to move forward with the student's application. Very last question that I have for you today is, tell me why they should come to IMI Lucerne, the greatest advantage.
Why should they come to IMI Luzern is the program, and the program that we design, it's 6 months on campus and 6 month internship during a period of 3 years. That means it's a high return on investment. We offer as well students the possibility to have scholarship. And I don't have to mention what are the other advantages, but on our YouTube channel, you have as well a lot of beautiful alumni story, previous students who are now general manager, businessmen, lawyers, and they achieve a great career in their life. Of course, one of the highest advantage that we offer is because we are a family-oriented, family-owned company, we offer the personal support to our students. Our doors are always open. They feel like they are at home, and we have the possibility as well to support them in their career and during their studies.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here the scholarship granted. And as you can see, we have for the foundation certificate semester up to 2,000, for graduate diploma up to 4,000, diploma semester 6,000, higher diploma semester 6,000, BA semester 6,000, master 8,000, and master degree IMI alumni 10,000. So these are all the scholarship that your students will receive. Now, let's go on the business side. This is very important, Julian. This is why we are here as well in this world, in this educational business. Maybe can you explain a little bit, because you provide commission for more intake, not only for the first intake, correct?
Exactly. We provide commission from the very first semester of study, and those commission are split depending on the number of students. 15% from 1 to 5, 18 more than 5 to 10, and 22% for starting from 11 students. Those commission will be, of course, impacted by the scholarship that we will offer. And for the second semester and the third semester until the last semester, we continue to offer this commission to our agents and partners around the world.
Fantastic. So IMI is offered pay internship every year during the bachelor for a period of 6 months. And during this period, every student will get a salary of 2,380 Swiss franc, which is around 2,900, 3,000 US dollar for 6 months consecutive during the bachelor every year. So that means for 3 years, your candidate will be able to do the program, which is 22 weeks, followed by the pay internship, which is 6 months. They do the internship in top hotels in Switzerland or in top company, bank as well, pharmaceutical and more companies. So there is a lot of advantage. If students do a master, they will do the master program of 6 months, 22 weeks, and then after they will be able to do the internship for a period of 1 year, 12 months, where they get as well a pay internship every month, 2,380 minimum, because this is the Swiss law. So there are some hotels, some companies who pay more. I know some students who receive a salary of 2,800, 2,900, 3,000 Swiss francs, which in US dollars is about $3,500, $4,000 per month, per month. So they will be able, after the month, the master to do a 12 months pay internship, and they get this salary every month. And usually students will be accommodated directly in the hotels where they do the internship. 90% logical when they do the business program, maybe they have to find their own accommodation, or maybe they stay on campus and then they move on with the bus. So it depends from situation to situation. But if they move on in the hotel industry, then they usually students stay on the hotel. They stay there overnight in the hotel. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this is the great advantage to send your students to IMI Luzern. They have a lot of students coming from everywhere in the world. I say as well one more time, they have students coming from Nepal, from Pakistan, from India, from Bangladesh, from all Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Middle East, many countries from Africa, Latin America, Russia, Ukraine, and many more countries they're coming from. The visa rate is very high to study in Switzerland. Your students will need to, when they register, to pay the registration fee, which is 3,300, and then after they need to pay the deposit, which is 50%. The deposit is to be paid before the interview at the Swiss embassy, and after, before to arrive in Switzerland, they need to pay the difference. And we always suggest all the students to start very early with the application process. So you as an agent, you are very familiar with all the application process. The next intake is now in November, but as well, if your student will start 2 or 3 weeks later, there is no problem with the school program. Swiss embassy work quite fast, so visa is usually give out in 1 month, 1.5 months. So if you have some candidate who want to start in November for the bachelor program or the foundation, this is still possible. And for the master program is in February 2026. In February 2026 is as well available the foundation and the bachelor program. So you have all the time to think over how you want to promote IMI Luzern. If you have a group of students, let me know, let Julian know. We can organize a customized workshop for your students. You can invite as well the parents. We will explain everything in detail, how the program is running, and we will support you for this. This is very, very important. You have the full support of IMI Luzern on this. If you want to have an agreement with IMI Luzern, I invite you to complete the form that I share with you on chat below. I share with you a form. Please fill out this form so we will be able to send you the agreement immediately. In case you have to wait, I will do a follow-up email with all of you. I will re-include this form, fill this out, and we will be able to send you the agreement, complete the agreement, send this back, and start with the application process. The commission is very good, is excellent. They have a 4-semester commission, so very interesting if you have students for foundation and bachelor. And if you have more students, we're talking about more than 6 students. If you have master students, I mean, the income is very interesting as well for you as an agent, financial wise. It's a good alternative to the UK. A visa rate is very good. There is not such a big process like in Switzerland regarding bank. This is a very important point, Julian. Is there any fee students need to deposit in the bank and leave this for a certain period? Because as you know, in the UK, they need to keep this for 28 days in the bank. Can you tell me a little bit more this part? I think this is very, very important as well for the visa process.
So from one country to another is very, very different, the requirements to obtain student visa in Switzerland. But mostly what is important to understand is that once the students they pay their registration fee, and after they pay the 50% of their installment, only 6,000 Swiss francs will be required to be in their bank account. Or additionally, Some embassies will require as well the 3 months payslip of their and bank account from their sponsors or directly from the students.
Thank you very much, Julian. We get more questions. If you maybe can reply to the questions. The question is more or less always the same, is about the gap. There is no gap here in Switzerland. As well, if you're 35 years old or 42, you want to do a master in Switzerland, there is no problem. You can do a master in Switzerland. There is no like in the UK that is like 2 years or 3 years, etc. Very, very important. If your student already have a master and they want to do a second master, they are more than welcome. So if they had a master in business and they want to do a master in hospitality, they logically will be an academic staff who will evaluate everything, but technically they can do 2 masters for you, ladies and gentlemen, just that you know. One more question is, Julian, what's happened if the visa will be refused? But before to answer me this, I wanted to explain something to all the agents. IMI academic administration staff is working since 35 years in this business. So they handle so many students from all around the world. So before that we go to the embassy, they are making sure that all the documents are genuine. They making sure that your students provide an excellent letter of intent. So they check all the details. So IMI Luzern administration staff will not come to the point that the risk is very high to get visa rejected. If they feel that they will get visa rejected, they will inform you, because there is no need that you do all this work and I might do all this work, because we all know there is a lot of administration work behind. So very, very important is make sure that you send all genuine document, make sure that the letter of intent is a very good motivation letter, make sure that you should have a good English level, make sure that the bank details that you share with us are genuine. I know that some bank now in Pakistan, especially in Bangladesh and in Nepal, are banned by embassy or the Home Office in the UK, embassy in Canada, US, embassy in Switzerland. So I will share this information with the administration staff from IMI. Just got the news this morning with the list of the bank. So very important is, if you show that your students have a minimum amount of Julian mentioned 6,000, 7,000 Swiss franc, that it will come from a bank which is accepted by the Swiss embassy. This is a very important point as well. So we need to check all these small details, and then after we say, yes, now your student is ready to move on with the visa interview. Logically, you still need to pay for the registration fee. You students need to pay the deposit in advance. This is very important, because if they don't do this, they will not be able to get the visa. But in case the visa will be rejected, Julian, can you explain what happened with the fee they pay?
Exactly. The fee they pay is reimbursed, and for the administrative fees and work that we did here, we keep only 500 Swiss francs. So a total of 2,800 Swiss francs is reimbursed to the students.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a full refund from the fee that pay, and I might keep themselves a minimum registration fee of 5,000 Swiss franc in case of visa rejected. This is very, very clear. Very important is that you should know that IMI is checking all the documents 3 times before that they give you the okay to move on with the Swiss embassy for the interview. So this is very important, that you need to understand that there is a lot of work behind and a lot of experience. 35 years in welcome students from all around the world, and this is something unique. And I
Sorry,
think
sir. You said 5,000 or 500?
500, Mr. Mohammed, 500 is written on the chat system as well. On the chat, we put down 500 Swiss franc in
You
case
mentioned
of.
5,000.
You're welcome.
You,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Okay, also let's move on with the final part of the presentation. If you have more questions, logically, you are more than welcome to put your question on the chat system. I just continue a little bit with the commission from the master students. And the graduate program, I think this information are more or less the same. The commission is always the same.
Yes, we calculated for every program depending on the scholarships or without scholarships. So our colleagues and agents, they have the possibility to have a full understanding of the amount of money that we talk about.
Voila. And this is the website from IMI Lucerne. I think this is something that you should go inside as well. Have a look of the beautiful website. IMI Lucerne is a school located in Lucerne. Lucerne is well known around the world as a fantastic tourist destination. And the school is near the lake. It's a beautiful area, very safe place, by the way. Accommodation are very nice. They have single room, they have twin rooms. So there is a lot of different possibility for your student to choose in refer of the accommodation. I think this part is very, very important for you to know as well, that IMI will welcome the students inside in the campus, so inside in the school area, so they were not left around. And the scholarship is provided to all the students. It's not that the student will not receive. The scholarship is available now in November and in February. And as I mentioned before, the scholarship provide is 2,000 Swiss franc for foundation, up to 6,000 for bachelor, and up to 8,000 for master program. In the PowerPoint presentation that I will share with you is everything written in details, so you can go and you can have a look one more time. And the commission, I want to add one more time, as I've written before and as I shared with you, if they do a bachelor, they will receive the commission for intake. Very important, as written here, the commission is for 4 intake for bachelor, so 50% from 1 to 5 students. Second semester here is 8%, third semester is 5%, and fourth semester is 3%. So this is something very important for you to understand. If you have a student for a bachelor, you have commission for 4 intake. Logically, for the master is only 1 year, so you have only 1 commission for, because it's 1 program 1 year. And yes, this is a little bit in refer of the commission part, and it is in refer of the foundation. I already explained this. IMI will support your student with letter to the Swiss embassy. I presume, Julian, your team has a lot of experience in dealing with the Swiss embassy, with document to share, letter to share. Obvious, when you have an appointment, don't tell IMI the day before that you have an appointment or on the same day, because it happened. You should understand that we all need to work together. So tell us about 1 week before, 10 days before, so that IMI has all the time to prepare the letter and to send, because no one wants to work under pressure or under stress. Correct, Julian?
Exactly. We need to have a full understanding of the file and the folder that we receive for the admission process, and as well to have the time to support all the students and agents around the world in this process, because it's very important. We don't only support the students, but we support as well the agents, who will, in the end, they will receive the commission because the students are on campus.
Yeah. Fantastic, fantastic. Some of the agents are asking about the PTI score requirement. So this is very important, that you should understand that in general, you should take the example of IELTS, and then you can make the calculation of PTI, just to give you an idea. This is very important for you to make a calculation. What is the PTI score requirement? Are international students part from India are commissionable? Yes, we have a lot of students from India. How many students you had from India in the last 10 years?
I think in the last 10 years, we're talking about 25 plus students from India.
Yeah.
North, south, east, west. Yeah, all regions.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So very important is they have students from everywhere in the world. Logical, for every student you send, you will receive a commission. This is standard. This is how it works in this business world. before to receive a commission, you need to sign up an agreement. And if you want to have an agreement with IMI Luzern, I invite you to fill out the form that I share with you on the chat below. There is a chat here on Zoom. There is a form included, so I invite you to fill out this form. In case you're not filling out this form at the moment, I will share this in a second stage via email, so you have time to complete this form. This will help IMI to know a little bit more about your organization. This is something very important for you to know. The stay back in Switzerland. This is a question that comes all the way from everyone. We get this all the time. Stay back in Switzerland. Yes, because usually what happened, the agents are telling me that I have 34 years of experience in this industry and I work a lot with UK, that in the UK there is a 2 years backup or even 3 years backup in the UK. Yes, this is correct. In the UK, 2 years, 3 years. Now, I make really a general evaluation about the students that we place in the UK. How many of them get a job during these 2 years? Less than 25%. Less than 25%. So that's mean that the majority of your students, when they are in the UK, after they finish, they can stay back 2 years for after bachelor or 3 years after master, but not many of them get a job. And if they get a job, the job is very low paid, very low, very low. In Switzerland, during the pay internship, they get a salary of minimum, as a Swiss law, 2,380 Swiss franc, which is around 3,000 US dollar, to give you an idea, per month. So when they finish, they have 6 months time to find a job. So Switzerland gives the opportunity everyone to have 6 months. So if they did well during the internship, if the Marriott Hotel, the Hilton Hotel, the Kempinski Hotel, or any company they had the internship, find the students good, excellent, then they hire them. Very simple. So it's all up to the students. It's all up to the students. If the students work hard, if the students performs very good during the paid internship, then the company is more than happy to hire them. Logically, if the students do not go to work, always late, lazy, not well dressed, late in appointment. I make an example. I'm very Swiss on this. In Switzerland, when the train starts 8 o'clock, the train starts at 8 o'clock, not 10 past 8, not 20 past 8, start at 8 o'clock. So that means that you need to be there in Switzerland 10 minutes before to take the train. The same when we have a meeting. We have a meeting at 9 o'clock. We have to be there at 8:50, not at 10 past 9 or 20 past 9. The same is in the job world. If students come late, obvious the company will not hire them. Very simple. So this is the world over here in Switzerland. We are very straight, but this is the world here in Switzerland. And we have a big community of Indian students. If you go to Geneva today, we have a lot of Indian. We have a lot big community from Saudi, from Pakistan. We have a big community from Nepalese students, from Indonesia, from Africa as well. So these are all students who was here in Switzerland doing a fantastic internship, and after, during these 6 months, they work hard on themselves. Many of them, they went maybe to Singapore to do an internship. They went to Dubai as well. Correct, Julian? Many students, when they finish, they don't stay in Switzerland. They go to Dubai, Singapore, Bangkok, in America as well. As I mentioned before, many students, they have the possibility to study in Switzerland and then do the paid internship in the US. So this will help their own CV. So it's not about how much is to stay back. It's the concept that has to be worked. You have to understand that in the hospitality world, there is a lot of possibility. And this is something very, very important for you to understand, that if you send the students for a hospitality school over here in Switzerland, there are many doors open. It's all about the students to take them. As Julian mentioned before, there are many company, hotel, who come inside at IMI Luzern and recruit students directly. So there is no need for your students to go and looking for a paid internship. And they stay back when they finish. If they go outside Switzerland, take experience there, or stay in Switzerland because they work very well, or maybe go to the US, They should take this advantage. So this is the way in the hospitality field. Maybe Julian, you are more there inside. You can explain a bit more this part.
Exactly. Today, the hospitality is not only about hotels and tourism. Hospitality is in all industries, events management, luxury brands, airlines, opening startups, etc. This is what we offer to our students, a unique experience, an educational experience during 6 months here on campus, and then a unique experience in one of the internship that they will do with one of our partner. And through their bachelor of here in Switzerland, they will acquire a lot of knowledge in the industry sectors that they want to develop, and of course they will finish with a certificate and a degree that is recognized internationally.
One very important point is the administration department of IMI is working very, very fast. As soon as you send the application, they check is everything is okay. They send the letter. Your students pay 3,300 Swiss franc. They receive within, I think, 2 days, sometimes even the same days, directly the letter that they can apply. To make a long story short, they are very fast. And this is something very important for you to understand that IMI administration system work very good and very fast. They have an excellent team. I had the possibility to meet the team when I visited the school 2 weeks ago, 1.5 months ago, 3 months ago. This year I was already 4 times or 5 times to IMI, which they always invite me for a great lunch. By the way, thank you, Julian, for the great lunch every time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's always nice. And by the way, on the 28th of October, we will have some agents who come here to Switzerland to visit the campus. We will organize another farm trip in December and another one in February as well. If some of you are interested to visit the campus, just let me know. I think Otto Laszlo is with us here today. Otto, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know. He cannot hear me at the moment, but he visit the campus as well. So some of the agents who are with us today already visit the campus many years ago. And this is a great part for you as well as an agent to come to visit the campus, to talk to your students, to talk to other students as well, get to know more about IMI. This is another great advantage for you to promote a school. This is a very, very important part. Now, to conclude and to finalize everything, Otto, are you here? Otto Laszlo, can you unmute yourself? Otto, you are on mute. No.
Yes,
Hello,
I am
Otto.
here. Sorry, my computer is not very good today.
No problem, Otto. No
Welcome,
problem.
everybody. Can you see me as well?
Yes, we can see you very good, Otto.
Because I can't see myself, so I'm sorry for that.
Otto,
There is something problem with the computer, but
no
the
problem.
colleagues are working on it.
Otto, I have a question. Have you visited the school 10 years ago here in Lucerne, IMI Luzern, if I remember well?
Yes, I am sure. Yes, I am.
Okay. So yeah, I remember. I was just saying that you visited the school about in 2008 or 2010 in Lucerne.
Yes, I was there. I was there not only once. I think we were together twice or 3 times. I don't remember now. Once I was there with my colleague as well, who is responsible for the hospitality side.
See, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have as well agents who visit the school already. How was your impression, Otto, when you visit the school?
I think, you know, that we work with very many schools, almost 100 schools in the world, but that is the top, the very top of all the schools. So I am happy to send there, although this is a huge amount what they have to pay, but it's very good the internship reimburse some of the money which they invest.
Thank you for your feedback, Otto. Very much appreciated for your time and that you come to the live workshop today, as well if you visit the school already twice. Thank you very much, Otto.
It's my pleasure indeed. I would go there to visit again, but my health is not very good at the moment, so I hope that next year it will be possible to go.
Otto, we wish you, everyone, all the best for your health. Take care about yourself, and we hope to welcome you next year or in 2 years' time to visit again IMI Luzern and enjoy a beautiful lunch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Otto. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we come to a conclusion now, and we finish everything. We explain everything from A to Z. If you have one more questions you want to put it down, just type this down on the chat system, and Julian will be more than happy to answer your questions. Julian, the last word is for you. If you want to say something, please, it's your time.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to connect with professionals around the world, and to keep as well the possibility to students around the world to come here in Switzerland to have a great experience. When you hear that Switzerland is expensive, I want to say that Switzerland, first of all, it's a nice experience in terms of education, and it's coming as well with a high return on investment, or because our programs are designed in a way where students they have the possibility to study, to work 6 months, and then to have experiences not only in Switzerland but around the world.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. It was a fantastic presentation today from your side, Julian. I give my part as usual. So I will do a follow-up email with all of you. I will share a copy of the recorded workshop. I will share a copy of the PowerPoint presentation and all the details that I mentioned today. So thank you very much. Good health to everyone. Good business. Remember to sign up the agreement with IMI Luzern if you are interested. I share with you as well a link that I invite everyone to complete so that we know more about your organization. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
I have a question.
Yeah. One more question? Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. Yes, please. A student is allowed to do part-time job while he's studying there for the first 6 months?
No, and the regulation is very strict. It's during the education of first 6 months, they have to study, and then that's why after 6 months, the equivalent of their education time is offered to do their internship and to work.
Okay. And one more thing, the student is allowed PSW after his degree. The duration is 6 months or 1 year?
For the
post-study work visa.
For the bachelor degree is 6 month internship. For the master degree is 1 year internship.
Okay, 6 months for UG and 1 year for PG, right?
1 year for the master degree, 6 months for the bachelor degree.
Okay, that is great. Okay, about the IELTS, it has to be academic or UKVI? Can you please confirm that?
Academic.
Because there are academic IELTS. Okay. And in the bank statement, you said that only 6,000 francs has to be shown as closing balance, right?
Yes, if they pay the 50% of the installment.
Okay. So the payment plan is 3,300 franc at the receival of offer letter, remaining 50% before the visa interview, right?
So when the students will receive their provisional letter, they will have to pay the registration fee of 3,300 Swiss francs. Once they receive the letter of acceptance, it's up to them when they pay, but they have to pay 2 months before the start of the program. So that coincides as well with the visa process.
Okay, so 3,300 franc on the provision letter and remaining 50% of the fees before the visa interview.
3,300 is the registration fee. 50% 2 months before, it's the tuition fee.
Okay, and the remaining 50% before the student flies to Switzerland, right?
The 50% is when they arrive on campus 2 weeks after the start of the program.
Okay, so basically student has to pay a whole tuition fees before they start their study, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's the question. Okay, and secondly, thank you so much for such a great presentation, and you and Rachel have been great help, and
thank you all.
We will be looking forward to work with you.
Thank you, and Richard will share all the information, my mail, etc. So if you have additional questions, please don't hesitate.
We have Mr. Ulla who has one more question as well, Julian.
Please.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I have a question about the scholarship. Is there any specific criteria on which basis a scholarship is granted for both bachelor and master students?
Yeah. For the scholarship, you have to take into consideration that the scholarship is based on the financial needs from the student. That means, but will impact as well the commission. So, for example, the students will ask you for if there is a scholarship. You will evaluate this, and you'll mention there is a scholarship up to 6,000 Swiss francs for the
On which
bachelor
basis?
program.
On which basis I can agree upon such agreement with the student?
You can agree on, because we offer up to 6,000 Swiss francs. It's your decision based on the financial needs of the student.
Okay, so okay, thank you.
Okay, so basically, if a student says that he wants a scholarship, and we can say that we can get you a 3,000 franc scholarship, would that be possible?
Yes,
Okay, so basically, we need to tell you the amount of scholarship that we need for the student, right? And
exactly.
it varies from 0 to 6,000 franc.
Exactly.
That's good. That's nice.
Thank you, Mr. Ula. Thank you, Mr. Gafour. We have a last question from Excel Education.
I know them. Hello.
Yeah, good day, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
It's good. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
I
we can
can.
hear you.
Okay. Two questions from here, from Nigeria. What is the turnaround time for application? Turnaround time for application.
What do you mean turnaround?
The duration of application.
Duration of application. Well, the duration of application, once you send us the files, we will issue the provisional letter of acceptance. Once they pay, we issue the letter of acceptance. This can be from 24 hours to 48 hours max.
Julian,
Okay.
one more question. Sorry to cut him off. In
And
how
then
many
this
days we will
question-
get the
One moment,
provisional
Mr.
letter?
Gafour. Please go on. Sorry to disturbing you. Please, Excel Educational Consult, please.
Okay. Then the second question I have is that international students are not allowed to work as a student. At what point were they supposed to pay the second completion of the tuition fee?
So students are not allowed in Switzerland to work in the first 6 months because they have to, if they want to work or to do an internship, they have to fulfill the equivalent of that amount of time that they will work. So that's why our model is 6 months on campus and 6 month internship.
Okay, so after 6 months they can work.
They cannot work during the first 6 months of education.
Okay.
Thank you very
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So last questions, and then
Last, please. And then you can contact me. You will have access to my email. So please.
Okay, yeah. So can I ask now?
yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yes,
let's say
you can drop your email.
Okay. Let's say that we have sent you the documents for application. So after how many days or weeks that we will get a provisional letter for the student?
Immediately.
Immediately, like in a day or two.
Do you have students? If you send me today, I send you back today the provisional letters. The next step, it will be that the students, they have to pay their registration fee. And after
okay.
the registration fee, we issue the letter of acceptance between 24 and 48 hours.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I do have one or two students who are interested in Europe, so I will try to convert them to Switzerland.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Switzerland is top of Europe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ula. Thank you, Excel Educational. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Julian, for your time today.
Thank
Have
you.
a great lunch. Sorry, I'm not there and enjoy the lunch with you, but I will try.
Next week. Let's schedule. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Good
Bye-bye.
health, good wisdom. Bye-bye, Otto. Thank you to join us before. All the best and good health to everyone. Very important.